Hey everyone, welcome to the first video. So, um, Haha 145 who's gonna teach about IGCSE syllabus. First, we'll move on to biology IGCSE and by me. So, yeah, we'll be starting with the chapter characteristics and classification of living organisms. And yeah, the objectives are types of cells, hierarchy system, binomial nomenclature, Mrs. Gran, simple structure of viruses, Taitotomesky, DNA sequencing and classification, classification and evolutionary relationship, in the key definitions which are required. So we won't be covering all the objectives in this video. I'll be separating it into parts. Okay, first we'll look into types of cells, which are prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So few might be thinking that prokaryotes are single-cell organisms and eukaryotes are multicellular, but that's not the case. Prokaryotes are indeed single-celled, but few of the eukaryotes are also single-celled. So what makes both different from each other? Prokaryotes are single-cell. They have no membrane-bounded nucleus, which means no membrane around the nucleus. They'll have no covering around their RNA, and they lack cell organelles. They have circular chromosomes which contains the DNA and can only perform asexual reproduction. And in eukaryotes, they are single-celled or multicellular. They have nucleus with nucleus membrane, and the cell organelles are present. Chromosomes are present as thread-like structures, and they can perform both asexual and sexual reproduction. So if you have any doubts, you can comment down below. I'm moving on to the next topic, which is hierarchy system, which is also called as taxonomy in biology. And it starts with domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. So this is actually a very big topic and we won't be covering everything in this. We'll just look into the important things. So this is the order of the taxonomy, and an easy mnemonic for you to memorize the order is Dangerous King Peter came over for grandma's soup. Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay then, let's move on to domain, and we'll look into the three different domains, which are archaea, bacteria, and eukarya. I like this animation, that's why I did it. Okay, first we look into archaea. These include organisms which comes under prokaryotes, which means they're single cell and they have no nucleus membrane. And yeah, and organisms, these include organisms which are present since the ancient period. They live in extreme hot or extreme cold conditions, and most commonly they have 3 RNA, which stands for ribonucleic acid, and it is single-stranded. And this is the example. Next, we'll look into eubacteria. This includes all kind of bacteria, and they are prokaryotes. They come under prokaryotes. Yeah, and they have many roles which also include decomposing, such as amoeba, and recycling of nutrients, such as ribozoa. I guess I pronounced it wrong. I'm not sure if it's rhizobium or rhizobia. And they have one RNA. Examples include lactobacillus, which we find in milk. And then we'll move on to eukarya. So eukarya includes organisms which are eukaryotes, and they can be single or multicellular. They have nucleus membrane, and the examples include all plants, animals, and other eukaryotic organisms, such as fungi. Yeah, as you can see, plants and animals. Next, we'll move on to the second classification of taxonomy, which is kingdoms. There are 5 kingdoms. They are prokaryotes, protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. So, just a second. Yeah. Only prokaryotes comes under single-celled organisms, which the name denotes, and all these 4 comes under eukaryotes. See? Okay, fine, I can't write. Maybe I can type. It's okay, we'll just move on to the next. And we'll start with the kingdom prokaryotes. And this comes under this kingdom comes under the domain eubacteria. And one more important thing, the domain archaea doesn't have any kingdom, and they only have a domain, nothing further. Yeah, and yeah, they come under the domain eubacteria. Oh, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be domain. And as they are prokaryotes, they don't have any nucleus membrane. They either come under heterotrophic, saprophytic, or parasitic. Examples include blue-green algae and bacteria, as we saw lactobacillus and many more. This is the picture I got of blue-green algae, and I want to share a fact about it. Blue-green algae, the difference between blue-green algae and algae are this is not a producer, because it consumes other organisms, but such as algae, whereas algae, it absorbs light from the sun and it is a producer. Hence it comes under plantae, even though it has no structures of common plants. Next, we'll move on to protista. So this kingdom includes organisms which doesn't come under the category of plants, animals, or fungi. And yeah, as they are multicellular, they can be multicellular or unicellular. And as they come under the category eukaryotes, they're not put into prokaryotes, which is one of the kingdoms, and they are categorized as a separate kingdom known as protista. And they two belong to the domain eukarya, and they are, yeah, as I said, they are unicellular or multicellular, and they come under heterotrophic, saprophytic or parasitic or decomposer. Examples include amoeba, as you can see, the pseudopods in here, and the other. This is the last topic we are gonna see today, and please don't mind if my English is bad, as it's my second language. Yeah, so fungi. These organisms come under the domain eukarya, as I said. So basically, I'll just recap once. So what are the things we learned to love? We learned about three domains: archaea, eubacteria, and eukarya. Archaea only contains domain; it doesn't divide further. And eubacteria contains one kingdom, which is prokaryotes, and the other domain, which is eukarya, contains four kingdoms, which is protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. So one kingdom comes under the domain eubacteria, and four kingdoms come under the domain eukarya. And then we'll move on to fungi. As fungi is eukarya, it can be uni or multicellular, and as they are eukaryotes, they have nucleus with nucleus membrane, and fungi can also be saprophytic or parasitic. And this one is an amazing fact which I learned. Fungi can also cause disease, such as dandruff, which is caused by the fungi called this thing. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And the examples are yeast for unicellular fungi and mushroom for multicellular fungi. And one more thing, though. Yeah, fungi has two main parts, which are called as hyphae and mycelium. Hyphae are the small thread-like structures which forms the structure of the fungi, as you can see. These thread-like structures are hyphae, and when they are grouped together, they form one mycelium, which forms the whole body of the fungi, as you can see over here. Yeah, and that's it for today. Yep. Thank you for watching. Bye.